Hi, I'm Emanuela Paciotti from POLI.design, and today I will be moderating the presentation of the Specializing Master in Industrial Design, Engineering and Innovation. Please feel free to use the chat to ask any questions you may have. We will answer at the end of the session. Now let me introduce the speaker, Matteo Ingaramo. Welcome.
Thank you, Emanuela. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this presentation. It's an annual presentation in which we try to clarify which are the objectives and the benefits of the attending of a postgraduate master like this one. Let's move directly to the topic. As you can see here, the title is about industrial design, engineering and innovation. These three words are, of course, the key words that are summarizing the three fields of design in which we give our lecture, in which we try to involve our students in a practice of design strictly connected to company participation, simulation of professional work that in some way implement the abilities and the skills of young professionals or of, let's say, more trained professionals that would like to deepen, understand and to deepen qualify their process of work for their future clients or for a collaboration in a company. Industrial design, why? Because in Italy the word design it's used in a very, very broad sense, and we use to qualify the product design as industrial design. It doesn't mean that we are only product developers when we talk about industrial designers, but it means that we are strictly connected with industry, with manufacturing, with feasibility, with industrial processes, with material selection, with material processes and selection, in product development and in prototyping and in optimization of the processes and so on. So strictly connected to the material aspects of the product and the increasing complexity that is following the development of technologies and the expansion of the materials and technical solutions that we have at our disposal. Engineering, why? Because engineering is the objective aspects of every design action and could not be considered a kind of counterpart of the design activity. Of course, it comes with from different sources in terms of knowledge and in terms of type of sources of knowledge, but the engineering aspect is objectively giving KPI to the industrial design quality. And so the idea that we had is constantly in every step of the teaching process to give a perfect integration between the creativity of design and the creation through engineering. Make possible or realize, with competence and giving an addition of quality to who is involved in the realization of design. Innovation. Innovation, why? Because innovation is the big issue. Why it is a big issue? Not only because innovation is creating competitive chances for companies to survive or to be the leaders on a market, but also because innovation is one of the most important choices that we can do, or we can do if we are dealing with companies, clients that need competitivity. Innovation is a very serious topic, is not, let's say, an horizontal objective of any design activity. It could be an objective when it is needed. And we would like to teach you, if we can, of course, or at least introduce you in a critical consideration about when innovation is really needed or when we could make a perceptive innovation, so stimulating users to understand something or to consider something new because it's designed, okay, in a different way, even using existing and mature solutions. Design innovation is not only disruptive or, let's say, is not an invention. Invention is something else. It could be part of a process, but is much more interesting for us to give all the abilities of a full integration of a very huge amount of information and competence that already are making part of the product design, conception, development, and delivery. The introduction that you have here, that you can read there, is mentioning about a context of let's say global scale, including qualities that are coming from humanities, from the roots of the design culture, of an Italianity in making design with quality, but secondly, but not in the after, in terms of hierarchy, the technology, materials, and manufacturing costs and qualities that are making all the human and aesthetic quality possible, durable, and let's say considered outstanding by the user. All the mastery is about combining creativity with creation, or even better to say realization, from aesthetics to usability, from feasibility to appreciation of the product. It's a constant combination between the two aspects with the full intention of not losing, okay, any benefit of each one of those approaches to design quality. Integration, okay, it's probably the key word about the new kind of designer that you could be going out of this education path. Goals. The goals are about training, and this word for us is important because we are not providing only new knowledge and informations, but we would like to train professionals to be able to process their knowledge in a way that is effective for the design process, but also for the final aim and the final goal, that is to satisfy the needs of your client. So here it's about not only to be able to process design, but also to process design in the right moment, with the right amount of time, with the convenient range of solutions that are correspondent to your client and to the brief in that moment, in that area, in that territory, in that situation, and so on. It's processing in a professional, processing design, making design in a professional environment. So feasibility, manufacturing, costs, all these objective aspects will make part of the intrinsic quality of your design solution, but the effectiveness of your choices, the quality of your time management, the ability to communicate, to expose, and to declare the quality of your design in an effective way will make part of it. So we will train you also to explain and to make evident the quality of your proposal. We, since the beginning, tried to involve high percentage, we could say 50-50, okay, of contributors to the lectures and to the design studios that are coming from the professional world. They are in the job, as we say. They are young or mature professionals in the field of design. Some of them are not directly designers, but they are the decision makers of design processes. They are project manager, they are sustainability leaders, they are in charge of a sectorial area of big company at a global scale, that are influencing or absorbing the benefit of a design activity. And this panel, okay, of contributors is making part of an academic faculty that is the one that gives you the path and determines the structures of teaching. Basically, what happens to this master is that we try to run two parallel streams in which you have theoretical knowledge in one stream, okay, and in parallel, in contemporaneity, you will be always engaged in design exercises. All these design exercises we have a shift of topic, one to the other, and a progression in terms of complexity and required knowledge and abilities. The training modules that are oriented again to give you professional implementation to your abilities, okay, will be about design tools and design methodology. Design tools, as you can see there, number one is computer-aided design CAD. As you can see, whenever we use additive manufacturing process dedicated to design development or to creative design. So we have design-driven innovation tools that are on the other side. Exactly, number 8, for example, they are tools that you could use, okay, as an approach, okay, for your design activity from a methodological point of view. That means that you could have material and intellectual tools to process informations and to give solution for a design brief. We have cultural tools like point 2 and the processes and criteria for the design industrial product of medium complexity. That means that we have theoretical understanding and case histories about how, okay, the design of products that are not hyper-specific or basic, okay, they could have a cross-sectional and let's say, yes, shared, okay, methodology that you could apply in every sector that you would like to work with. Third, production processes and methods are much more about technology culture and refinement or refreshment of your knowledge about that. Of course, this kind of lecture will be completed with informations like number 6, materials and technologies, or with 5, quality control and certification, patenting, all elements that are objectively contributing to the quality of each objective steps, functional qualities of your design. Then we have informations and knowledge about the systemic or strategic aspects of the product that are strictly influencing advanced products. Financial assessment, okay, cost assessment, process planning are making part of the framework of requirements that a designer, a contemporary designer has to have, and is not being able about assessing costs, so defining how much the company will spend on it, but is about critically considering about the convenience related of a choice, convenience of a choice related to complexity, related to the risk of failure and related to the positioning of your counterpart, is to say a company, in a market framework that is always pushing and influencing even choices that seems to be directly related to designers that could feel that they are in charge, but they should be able to listen what is happening to companies in order to take choices that are equivalent or more convenient because of the environment or the context that they are designing for. We have contributions that are fully cross-sectioning. They are giving to you even examples, cases about what happens to students that already got this diploma, that they are in the job, they are working, and they could give you feedbacks about what it could happen to you in the near future or a little bit far more than that. Those contributions are in the slot of the seminars. Seminars are days or hours dedicated to this, let's say, understanding about professional evolution that some of our students had after the diploma. Last but not least, two things that are very, very important for contemporaneity and the quality of your work. Sustainability and circular economy. We have a full attention to that. It could be that we are thinking a lot about not having a specific module in teaching about that, because all the master, okay, all the 12 points are pervaded by a perfect, let's say, a very serious consciousness about sustainability and about knowledge, okay, for sustainability. Then we will try to clarify our point of view, the strategical aspects and the technological aspects of sustainability that you would able to apply on your design during your career. Last is empowerment. Empowerment is about being professionals that are effective in the relationship that they have with a full collaborative environment that is the one in which design work. Empowerment is about being able to get efficacy in transferring the quality of your work. Empowerment is being able to be, let's say, a reference, and for your client, a reference of knowledge, okay, to be trusted, to be trustful, and also to be competent, of course, but if you can, more assertive and able to convince about a strategy. Professional outcomes are about, of course, being product designers with more abilities, with an advanced set of knowledge, of competencies, but also to be able to choose, to make part of the story of a product from its conception to the delivery. You could be able to be engaged in product development or new product development and the planning of the industrial processes that are for it. So going to the end of the process in which the detailing, technical detailing, functional detailing, determination of performances is required. Or, if you would like more, to be able to position yourself as a professional able to manage, orient, or to operate in the field of conception of new products, but able to transfer that concept in a processable way, in an acceptable way, in an understandable way to the professionals that will take in charge the development of it. So all the, let's say, chain, okay, of the value proposition about products could be the field and of your work. Why to choose this master? We are in a university context of excellence because of the QS ranking of our university. All the faculty members are coming directly from Politecnico of Milan, that is in the top 10 university about design and product design since a long time. We have a strong history about product design and about mass consuming product design, electronics, household appliances, and our manufacturing story in Italy is sometimes even more important than this design one. We are the second manufacturing country in Europe. The category of products that are the one that have, let's say, a medium complexity were produced in the recent times up to 75% only in Italy. Household appliances, for instance, were produced 75% in Italy. And the design of those products was fully conceived here, even if the companies or the brands that were producing these kind of products were coming from abroad. There is a lot of know-how, and we would like to share all this know-how and to give to you an opening to this experienced culture. Then we have Milan. Milan is not only geographically, okay, or because of its story, a design city. It's still a melting pot of design research, of design innovation research. Because of our university, yes, of course, but also because of the amount of talented design studios and freelance designers that are living, okay, the economic life and the cultural life of our city. So, yeah, Milan is a city of design. We fully live this mood, and we would like you to participate.
Thank you.
Yes, we have to talk about how to attend,
exactly,
of course.
Yes.
Hopefully, so thank you, Manuela. I leave you the floor because of these informations that are essential.
Thank you for the presentation. I would like to provide some general information about the application process for the next edition of the Specializing Master in Industrial Design, Engineering and Innovation, which will start in November 2026. On the Specializing Master webpage, in the POLI.design website, you'll find the full list of required materials for the selection phase. If you click on the Apply button, you'll be able to create your personal account and upload all the necessary files. Then the application has to be completed on the Politecnico di Milano website by uploading the documents related to your academic qualifications. If you need assistance during this phase, you can book a call by scanning the QR code. As you can see, there are two main steps to follow. The first step is the selection step, which must be completed no later than 60 days before the course starting date. And then we have the enrollment step to be completed within 45 days. Be aware that all the applications are processed in a chronological order until the spots basically are filled, so don't wait until the last minute. You can find in this slide the information about costs. So the course fee are listed on this slide, along with our promotional policy designed specifically for this program, an initiative to support the design potential of those who choose Poli.design. In particular, I'd like to highlight the early bird promo with variable discounts until all places are filled. And now we can move to the Q&A session. So I will start reading some questions we received. The first one is the English language certification required in order to access the master's program?
It would be better if you have a certification, but finally your admission will be about a check and a test about your level of English through an interview or through a video message that we ask you to prepare for us. So yeah, the level should be high, or at least you should be able to share and to talk about and understand, of course, about the technical aspects of the product and design processes. So that is needed. It's not required at a grammar level that is very, very high, of course, because of the different backgrounds and the different, let's say, origins of each one of you. It could be part of a selection if you have a certification, because if you come from a diploma that is of a high level 1, normally it is required a level of English. If your mother language, that's not needed, of course.
Thanks. Another question. What are the key topics that a student should review or deepen before starting, especially if they are not familiar with certain aspects?
Depending on your background, this master is dedicated mainly to different background, opened to some others in a less relevant way. Basically, mainly, the people that are coming from product design are attending. A few are coming from interior design, but they are accepted. We had architects, okay, and on the other side we have mechanical engineers, material engineers, aerospace engineers, and so on, depending on their personal experience, their curriculum, I would say academic curriculum, so what you did at school, which could be your professional experience. You have different gaps or different, let's say, empowerment of your abilities before then you attend. Given that even an economic diploma could attend, in that case it's needed, of course, all this grounding, that is needed about the history of design, about modeling and rendering tools. So who is coming from a discipline and a diploma, even if the diploma is very, very high level and your final evaluation is outstanding, in order to attend properly, it would be much better if you have at least the basic knowledge about 3D modeling, representation, rendering, history of design, not only Italian design for sure, but at a global scale, at an international level, it could be needed. So we could provide to some of you that have an excellent CV and that they are very motivated to attend a bibliography, and we could suggest you warmly to attend, let's say, specific courses in order to ground the rest of the topics. About mechanical engineers or engineers of materials and so on, what could be the lack is the one about representation and the knowledge about the history of design and aesthetic quality and usability or user experience, that are the ones that all usually are missing. About the designers could have lack in terms of technical knowledge, calculation, or let's say, yes, calculation or basics of physics and so on. But in both cases, what we would like to have is a natural compensation in the exercises. So when you are in a design studio, you will be involved in team working, in which technical knowledge, pure technical knowledge, and the design knowledge will be merged and compensated. That is why we always talk about the simulation of the professional work in our design studio, because that happens normally in the professional field. You could not expect to extend your personal abilities from being a designer to be an engineer, but you could extend your ability to understand and to absorb, okay, what the technical aspects could give to you if you're a designer, or what the smoother, okay, topics of designers could let's say, give as a qualitative implementation to your project of your design if you are an engineer. So there are lacks that has to be fulfilled, at least with basics, as you can understand, and others that are making part of the teaching process and the experience that you make in class, that will make you less, let's say, concerned about the missing knowledge, but more confident in processing contents and informations that are not that you are not confident with.
Thank you. Let's move to another question. Which softwares or tools will be used the most during the master program?
Normally, what we use are, softwares that are going from additive manufacture softwares or the 3D modeling softwares that are connected with additive manufacturing. We are working with parametrical softwares for design. We are working a lot with Rhino and softwares that are the most used in this kind of profession. Parametric could be Inventor and so on, but is not relevant really the specific software, but the type of software that we are working with. We will give basic, because it's needed that we start from a grounding. That will be a kind of reactivation for one of you of competencies, and for one of you will be more new competencies about modeling or software use. But after, what we are interested in, and the company that will select you after the master are much more interested about your ability to understand the software, and after a short period of training, being able to use it. And use all the potential of it, of course.
Perfect. Someone asks, in which companies or sectors have your former master students gone to work after completion?
In terms of, let's say, percentage, the majority are working in mass-consuming products, in household appliances sector, in companies that are designing and producing even professional tools. Some of them are in the machinery sector that in Italy is very, very strong. We are leader worldwide, and giving the quality of user experience to those machines, and even aesthetical quality, makes them really super competitive. So those are, let's say, the majority. But we have designers that went back to the interior design or the furniture sector with a more technical competence, being able to develop and even negotiate the quality, the expected but also the realized quality of their products, and being able to preserve their intention and to defend their design in front of technical objections that normally are, let's say, at least influencing or sometimes killing our design, ambitions. So on the other side, some of our students went in very specific sector like art design. Some of them went into tools or say advanced research about products or product parts like batteries or sensors. Some of them are working in Bosch or in Philips, that are, those kind of companies that are working on technologies and the application of them.
Thanks. Someone else asks, are the courses structured around group projects or individual work?
We really trust here in Milan as a, let's say, a choice, okay, about our approach to product design, that design is a collaborative process. So what we would like to have is an individual contribution in a team working. It will be never a team that get a mark, or it will be evaluated as a as a group of students. The faculty will evaluate the progresses of each one of the students that are asked to work in team, if we are talking about design studios. Then there are theoretical or more specific modules and contributions in which you could be asked to work individually, okay, in small, let's say, short exercises that could be held in one day or a couple of days that are, let's say, more practical proof of concept about some methodology or proposal of improvement of design process. But basically here it's very, very important that you are prepared to share your learning experience with others and to be able to communicate and show that you have individual progresses in that.
Thanks. And another participant asks, do you think that someone with a degree in set design could do this master program? Set design.
I don't know really what set is. S-E-T?
It's like allestimenti.
Set design is like exhibition, all this stuff.
Scenography.
Okay. Scenography, yes, okay. Yes, why not? As I said, some of our students, not the majority, that would like to explore elements of serial production, massive reproduction, or at least a quantitative reproduction of some of your design, or even extend your ability to satisfy expectations of your clients that are going on a massive productions and so on. Why not? There is a lack of competence that is not only about the tools, but is about the general cultural approach to products. When you are talking about industries, and I don't talking about massive quantities, but reproductions in hundreds of units at least, and you need to front the market reaction that is influencing very, very hard your work. It's quite different respect to scenography or exhibition design in general. So this is the lack, really, the big lack that you could front okay? Being more, let's say, available of being contaminated, no? Available to be contaminated by new perspective, adopting, okay, and using your knowledge, your background, and going for, of course, an implementation of some, let's say, tools and specific skills that you should acquire during this master, even in parallel. Let me say that completing that, it could help a lot to attend to parallel activities that are extra activities that are not embedded into the program, and they are not mandatory, they are optional. It happens that some partners are asking to the faculty to run, okay, a professional experience in specific topics. They give us briefs and they ask to go for experiences of any kind: product design, catalog revision, brand and product, and so on. So being even opening to the collaboration with other master students, so expanding the field of your interests and experience, that could be a way to make an even more intensive practice of product design that are helping to convert, okay, your knowledge and abilities in something different. To the people that are coming from this kind of background, we warmly suggest to attend, because it's not an addition of costs. If you still have time and you can front the stress, okay, of a further engagement, that could help. Honestly speaking, adding to that's open to anyone, of course, also for the one that are, let's say, more confident with the tools, and it adds an amount of reference to your CV. Because during the master, that is, you will meet companies, professionals, and so on. So there is a kind of consistent CV addition in terms of reference, but that gives you a further addition. So you will be more than welcome to make more intensive your experience without no addition of fee, and using fully, okay, the potential of a school like POLI.design.
Perfect. And the last question is, how many projects you recommend we present in our portfolio at the moment of the application?
There are no limits. It's not the quantity that is making us select you. So select the design projects that are making clear which are your competencies, and maybe in some way showing which finally are your aspirations. Then that will make us able to combine the students that will make part of a synthesis of an heterogeneous class made with different backgrounds, in which we will try to balance and to compensate and to create an heterogeneous team of students that will be not only selected by their, let's say, specific individual quality, but also about their compatibility or availability to experience this kind of teaching path. Then on the other side, there is a concern that is quite common for engineers. Engineers, they do not have a portfolio really. They have something similar that could be that you show, even if you're able to detail or design or prototype, design for cinematics, specific mechanical solutions, or if you don't have anything, it's not necessary that you show design that you don't do or you never did. Okay, be clear about your background and be clear about your expectations, but even more, it has to be clear that the faculty is expecting the one that doesn't have any design experience to be available, okay, to be engaged, pushed, and we will leave you all the time, okay, to come into our flow, let's say. But it's important that you don't try to, let's say, hide or misunderstand or mislead your real competencies, because that is very important for us, for your comfort as students, and for the whole value of the teaching process.
Thanks. So we don't have other questions in the chat. We thank Professor Ingaramo for being here for the presentation. I thank all the participants, and see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.